Hello guys, welcome back to another P3D video. We are once again flying a 747-8F. I really do love this plane so much. And we're currently flying as Cathay Pacific Cargo. We're at the new Taxi to Gate Hong Kong version 2 scenery. So we've got the new terminal, and as you can see in the distance just over there, there's the Sky Bridge. We've got AIG traffic running as well. You can see a lot of Cathay Pacific 747s here. We've got some UPSs over there, and also FedEx as well. You know, you might see a little flickering every now and then of certain textures, and that is the setting called Dynamic Texture Streaming. I have it ticked. I can't be asked to turn it off so I don't get the flickering. Basically all it does is it helps out the VRAM for your system. So I'm currently running at 4.4 gigabytes of VRAM usage right now at 2K textures. If I turned off dynamic texture streaming, it might have gone up to like 5 gigabytes. So yeah, the flickering is just when it changes between a low resolution texture and a higher resolution texture. You can see the Air France 777 taxiing. I think that's a 777, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. Awesome. So, we're taking this bird off to Sydney, which is about a flight time of 8 hours and 25 minutes. Nice long flight. It is currently raining right now. PMDG did release a micro update for the 747, and I think it said about having compatibility with New Active Sky, so it can do like the radar scanning basically for weather. So if that's true, then that's great. I don't know why the cockpit is so lit up right now due to the direct lighting, but yet on the outside it doesn't do anything. I'm so confused, but yeah, that's the thing. Let's go and get some power on. So it's on the power, and we'll get the battery turned on. Standby power can go to auto, and we'll get the RSSs lined up like so. Those can go up to nav, and then we go over here, turn on our nav light, and turn on our logo light as well. We'll get our packs on and system reset as well, and we'll get emergency exit lights armed. Window heats can go on, and there we go. That's everything set up on the overhead just for now. I'm just waiting for the power to get all ready, so the FMC's power on like that, and well, what I'm going to do is set HPA hectopascals on these displays and click the letter B on the keyboard. That's just a keybind to set the current QNH. I can't be asked to scroll all the way down to it. I just, whatever. Let's go over to the third FMC here and go to FS Actions, and we'll set up our fuel and payload for our flight to Sydney today. So total fuel on board is 109 tons and 200 kilograms, like so. And then our payload, or zero fuel weight, is 305.2. So we are extremely heavy on our flight today. 81.5% load level, plus all that 108 tons of fuel. 109 tons, sorry. We've got a total gross weight of 414 tons. Yeah, that's a lot. And hopefully that, our fuel density is still 0.8, but that's fine. Okay. We'll set these to 2000. I know we're not on VATSIM today, but it's just a nice thing to do, just in case I am on VATSIM and I forget to do these things. And it's always a good habit. And maybe I might go at some point do 100% VATSIM flights, or no matter what, stream, video, yeah. So, let's put in Hong Kong, like so. We'll put the GPS position in like that, and then we're going to put in our company route today. Actually, no we're not. Actually, one sec, we need to put in our course sign, which is going to be Cathay 23. Let's put it in like that. We'll get down to here. And data link, I can't do data link. Maybe I do have to do this first. I can't remember what the order is. If I put my company route in, like so, that'll get rid of that, of course it does. And 23. Then the takeoff runway, well, we'll just use what we currently have on the database, which it doesn't say on the flight plan, which I'm really confused about. Ah, there it is. It does say it. 25, right? And it'll activate, and execute. Maybe I have to wait a certain amount of time. Maybe the irises have to align up first. I don't know. Boarding wise, those are connected up. I think the side cargoes, yeah, the side cargo door's been waiting to open up. I will open up the nose cargo door as well. Open up entry 1 as well. Open up the nose cargo, and then we'll go and get the nose cargo PMDG service vehicle, because GSX can't do the nose cargo. So just get PMDG's version connected up. Let's get the performance page in there. Into Perfinet side. Actually, if you want to do the same route as I am, exact same route, then here is my routing. Just copy and paste it into your FMC or MCD, depending on what aircraft you're flying, or FMS. Awesome. So 0 fuel weight, just double click that. We've got our total gross weight. Final reserve, I bet it's around about 5 and 6 tons. It's about 4.7 actually. Our cruise altitude to begin with is 310. And then apparently we descend down to 300, and then up to 310 again, and then 330. That's a weird flight plan. Yeah, 310 to begin with though, for sure. And I don't know what cost index Cathay Pacific use. I can probably go and see if it's on the cost index database that I have. Cathay Pacific. They use 80 in their 747-400. So we'll put in the same on this. Like that. Awesome. We'll go over to this side FMC, then get to the legs page. Nice. So PMDG is there, nice. GSX loading up its cargo. Yeah, like, for now, the lighting on certain things that were like originally, I don't know, version 4 of prepared lighting seems to be super bright for prepared version 5, as you can see. Yeah, that is just way too bright. Or maybe it isn't too bright, maybe their bloom is too high. Let me check if my bloom setting is... No, my bloom is not too high. So, it's just really, really bright. Just needs to be turned down a bit, and then that'd be fine, really. Anyway, GSX is doing its thing. That'll take the usual time. This will be a bit longer to load up GSX, and by the looks of that going away, we should have all the people on, as in the crew, not the people. There we go. 4 minutes till IRSs have aligned. We can go over to the EFB now, and we can go and do our performance. We're just going to do a copy from FMC here. We've got the, it's 25 degrees, wow. Let's go put in the winds. Let's show keyboard first, and then the winds are 250, sorry, 13 knots, and the current QNH as we set on the displays are 1004. It is wet. Is there anything else? It's not wet ice, it's not strong wind. Yeah, I'll just put in wet. Thrust reduction, we'll start off with D-rate 2 and work way up until it allows us to take off. Set all those defaults and then calculate. It'll probably give us a warning for sure, yes. So we'll do D-rate 1 and then we'll do D-rate nothing. It should give us a set temp though as well. There, lovely. So, set temp is 42 with no D-rate. Should give us about 97.7% or whatever it was. We'll put that in like so. And our flap setting is 10. Actually, if I put 20, which is typically the standard on the 747. Let's do flaps 20. So that gives us 49 degrees select temp. Like so. Then flaps 20, we'll double click the CG, next page, and we'll put in all the stuff up here. So 25 degrees, winds are 340 at 4 knots. Did that? Why has it changed like that dramatically? That is very odd. Let me put in the actual airport. Yeah, it's changed just now. That's very weird. Okay, let's recalculate this, because everything has changed. 340 at 4 knots. And then 1003. It's still 25 degrees though. That's very weird. Okay. So that's now done. 47 or 20. Let's go put that in. Oh, I don't mean to do that. There we go. And the current winds, what were they? 340 and 4 knots. Like that. And then slope, I don't know of any, but it is wet. Like so. So the slashed W makes it a wet. So yeah. Okay, we got a 4 knot basically crosswind, no headwind, no tailwind, it's just crosswind. And we're good to departure and arrival, 25 right. And we're taking the Ocean 2 Delta departure today out of Hong Kong. Lovely. Wait, 25 right. Surely we could depart 25 left. It'd be easier for us. Oh wait, let me get the bearings right. 25 right isn't the other side of the airport. It is the longer runway. No, it's not. They're both the same length. 25 right seems like a landing runway because it's closer to the terminal. Let's see what AIG are doing. Is there any aircraft taking off or landing? And we can change our mind on this. I could also check real world. So there's no aircraft there, but can't see any aircraft over the other side either. Let me go check the real world. Let's go to Flight Radar 24, see if there's any active aircraft. Because that would be nice to know. There we go. There's a ton of aircraft currently at Hong Kong. Actually, this flight IRL departed on 25 left, so yeah, let's do 25 left. Let's change our runway. 25 left, because the runway length is exactly the same as 25 right. I'm not going to recalculate our thrust or anything. It should be exactly the same. To be honest, let me go and prove it to you. It should be exactly the same. Oh, we're going to change the wind again. Interesting. 340 at 4 knots. And then bat. 47. That's 20. Yeah, all the same. Right, let's go back to departure now. Depart 25 left. And I guess it's the same departure, isn't it? Ocean 2 Bravo. Like so. That go to the init ref page. You've got the V speeds there. This is on the legs page. We'll go and request. Oh no, we can't get winds because we need to do the data link. So, origin is Hong Kong. Like so. Then Sydney for departure. Destination, sorry. Estimated time departure is currently 15:08 in the sim. We'll put 15:20. Give us plenty of time. And then our time en route, as we said earlier, was 8 hours and 25 minutes, sorry. And our airline ID is CX. And then we'll click connect. And that'll get connected. And once that's connected, we can go and request our winds. We'll go and get the APU started up now, like that. And the V speeds have been cancelled because of the data link, I'm pretty sure. Let's reset our route, hasn't it? Yeah. Well, wait, so that's now syncing, that's now on. Let's go and redo our route. Let's go and select it here, select. Okay, that didn't do anything. Let's go and put in it again. Like so, 25 left. Then CPA 23. Activate, execute, takeoff. Let's go back to the perf page. That's all the same. 310 set. Oh, actually, we'll set SEP size to 2000 and 47. Takeoff, climb, and then if that's 20. Yeah, we're back to how we were. We'll put the gross weight for takeoff as 414. Should be losing a good amount of fuel by then. AP generator 1 can now go active, and we can go and tell the well, not GSX, the ground connections to go away. Well, not the chucks just yet. We're going to release the ground power and the air conditioning. And then we'll check outside. I think GSX is done. I heard that little ding earlier. Oh, this isn't though. But we'll close up the other two doors. Close up entry 1, and we'll close up these 3. We'll close up the nose cargo door as well though. Oh, we can't close it just yet. It needs to get rid of this. So let's go and get rid of that. So we go to ground connections. Nope, that's the wrong one. Ground services. And yeah, nose cargo, release that. Release the hounds. So yeah, let's go and close up the nose cargo door now. There we go. Awesome. Okay. So once GSX is done, I should hear a little ding. What we're going to do, let's go to the checklist, and let's do the checklist here. So oxygen test. Let's go and test our oxygen. I love this rain, it's just turned into a thunderstorm. It's going to be one interesting departure. Oxygen's now done. Flight instruments are all up and running, as you can tell. And then our parking brake is set. We can go and take it off. I can't decide if I should use this or not. Let's go and set the seatbelts on. And MCP, let's go set it up. So let's go for the V-speeds first though. So V1 142, rotating speed is 164. And then our V2 is 173. So I'll put 173 into our MCP, which is our V2 speed. And then we'll set the runway heading, which is 254. And then we will set the initial climb, or whatever it should be. I don't know if it says in the chart about initial climb clearance. It does. It's 5,000. So I'll put that in like so. And we need to re-put in the departure, so let's go do it again. For the last time. There we go. Back to the takeoff page. It's redone our speeds, but that's fine. This is exactly the same. So that's done. CDP flight checklist is now, CDP pre-flight checklist is completed. Trim, there's no hydraulics, so that's fine. The currently sat in the green anyway. And our taxi and takeoff briefing, that's a nice thing to do. Let's go and do one thing. We're going to click data load, and we'll load up the current data for Hong Kong and Sydney. So we'll just go and scan all the airports for now. Let's go get the flight directors turned on, and we'll get LNAV and VNAV armed, and then we'll go and turn on the traffic, VORs, traffic. That can zoom out to 40 nautical miles of range, as you can see it says there, and then we'll set the terrain radar on, like so. So we've got the terrain radar, and we'll get the weather radar on once we get to 25 left, so we don't take off into any nasty stuff, basically. We can clear off that warning because we know that happened. Actually, we can go request our winds now again. Awesome. Oh yeah, the QNH to change to 1003, so we're going to set that now. And now we're level with the ground height. Awesome. We can get the wipers turned on, but there's no use for them anymore. Not anymore, just for now, because we're just staying where we are, so it's fine. There we go, we can load up the winds. Execute. Did I double click the CG? Yeah, okay. And descent forecast is ready as well. Let's go and put that in here. Wait, does the perf page have a transition size? Not size, level. No, it doesn't. It's on the VNAV page, yeah. It is 9,000 feet here in Hong Kong, so do that. And that descent forecast is ready, even though it's not probably going to be that in 8.5 hours' time. Right, that's done, hasn't it? Yeah, nice. We can turn off the. Well, we can go the terminal charts, but the last time we used terminal charts, we crashed this in. Let me go and cut the video. Let me get this all set up. Terminal charts. Maybe we can use this on our taxi today. But to be fair, we do have an airport map, but we'll see what we can use best. Welcome back. I've added a couple things. I've added parking stands, taxiing restrictions for the A380. I know we're not flying the A380, but they're basically the same width, I guess you could say, as the A380. So we're going to get a push back here. We're going to have to taxi via Lima 1, apparently. Can't go Lima 2. So we'll get ourself, we'll push back with our nose heading right. So let's go and get GSX requested here. And also we can go and now close up the side cargo door. And we'll taxi down Lima to Lima 1 and then go on Kilo for a bit and transition up to Kilo 4 and then cross the runway we're taking off from, which is 25 left, and we'll cross via Juliet 6 and then we'll taxi down Juliet all the way down to Juliet 11 for full length 25 left departure, and that'll take us onto the Ocean 2 Bravo
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
Departure out of here
Gear.
up to Ocean and then on to our rest of our flight. Our minimum speed actually is 205 knots and 230 knots until Rumsey.
Locking gear.
So we can't go. We have to be at 230 knots at Rumsey basically. That's easy. We are a very fast plane. We can easily get to that speed at that time. Or I guess maybe it's just trying to keep this aircraft not going too fast. Right, taxi takeoff briefing is done. Beacon light, we'll get those turned on. We'll get both because we're about to start up our engines. Like I said, we're going nose right. We'll get AP generator 2 now because side cargo door is closed. And we will go to ground connection to remove our wheel chops.
Departure check completed.
And
Bypass pin inserted.
we can
Release parking brakes.
sit on the UI status for now. I know GeoStatus is ready for the pushback, but we need to do one last thing and check our step climbs here. So 330, 35, and initially at the end, sorry, went to 37. So that's a nice ending altitude we can sit at. Go back to the takeoff page here, like so. And I'm just going to check one last thing if our pushback is all clear for us to go. Yep, there's nothing around. Let's go and release our parking brake.
Commencing
And
push.
we'll get pushed.
All engines clear. Start at will.
So we can go and start at will now. We'll get the hydraulics Orbx on. That's all we need for the pushback. Don't overstress the tug as well. Or just anything really. No need to have them on. Except these ones. And we'll get all the fuel pumps turned on. Let's just go and check. We'll go to the fuel page here. I always forget which was the fuel page. We don't have any fuel in the center, but everything else we can turn on. And the overrides need to be turned on for the main 2 and 3 pumps. So basically, all of these are now on. Let's go and, oh, I was about to say let's go start the timer, but it's automatic. We've got in the UI status, the block time has already started anyway. Let's go and start at number 4 and 3, but let's turn off the packs for that because we need the air from the APU to start our engines initially. So there we go, starting number 4 and 3. And if we go back to the engine page here, oh, that's electric engine. There we go, you can see it starting up. We can put in number 4 and 3 fuel, and there we go, auto start. And there we are. And little warning, little beep there, it's just the hydraulics being shut down for number 2 and 3. That's absolutely fine for now. Awesome. So let me get this straight. Or correct. Which one is which? Which is that right turn there? I can't tell. That's Lima 2. Is that the one we said we can go on? Is that the one we said we couldn't? I can't remember. It's Lima 1 we need to taxi down. I think our wingtip clearance is fine with these aircraft. Should be fine. We just can't go down Lima 2 for some reason. I think maybe clearance with that light pole. I think by the looks of it, that's our issue. But if there's exactly the same light poles at the Lima 1, then this probably isn't the reason why we had to taxi down there. I mean, it is an A380 taxi restriction, but like I said, the A380 and 747 wingspan is basically the same. In fact, is the 747-8 wingspan larger than the A380? Let me just do a quick Google. So 68 meters for 747, and then the A380 is 80. Oh. Well, I was wrong.
Set parking brakes.
There is no restriction then for the 747-8. Parking brake is set. Let's go start number 1 and 2. Also start. And actually 4 and 3 it says running down that little green text. So I could actually just take this right now at Lima 2. We'll do that because we're not on A380, are we? Let's go back to our taxiing not restrictions. It's the airport map. Here we go. So we probably could taxi down Kilo then. But to be fair, I don't think we can. Because now I'm actually looking at the flight radar for the real world flight, and it did taxi down Lima 1 and then via Juliet, sorry, rather than Kilo, which is possible. So maybe the 747-8F does take the same restrictions as the A380 at this airport. It doesn't say on the charts. Oh, I'm getting mixed signals here. Let's do something different. Let's just follow these restrictions. We'll carry on down Lima, then we'll just take the A380 restriction route, because that's what it did IRL, and it wasn't an A380 IRL. Right, let's go and set these to auto. Let's make sure that one's on first, and then there we go. We can set all the rest on. And there is an A380 taking off. There's a British Airways A380 that is. Looking gorgeous. Let's get the packs turned on. AP generators should be available now, so we can go and turn off the APU. We can go and get these lights on, because it's going to be harder to see once we get to the runway. All the lights turned off, so let's go and get all these on. So that right EFB can go and turn off. We get the floodlights on as well. And just get the main ones we want, like so. And we'll go and do our flight control check. So flight controls, full left, full right, all the way down, and all the way up. Rudder full left, and rudder full right. And everything comes back to central. Yes. Trim, setting to 6.8. Like so. And I'm setting our flaps to 20. And also setting the RTO on the auto brakes. Checklist page. Anti-ice not needed, recalls checked, flight controls have been checked, ground equipment is clear. Before takeoff, flaps 20. We'll get the lights on. We'll get the window wipers, whatever they're called, rain wipers, just wipers turned on. And let's get taxiing to our runway. It's just kind of a bit weird. We're taxiing away from the runway to begin with. But like I said, we did it in the real world. It's probably just wingtip clearance. I'm kind of worried with these aircraft, the other 747s that part here. That's a 747, but are they? Yeah, they are. Let's try and keep in the centre here. Obviously, you've got the new PMDG steering tiller thingamajiggy, whatever they like to call it. There we go. Does that need to be that high? I don't think it does. There's even a high setting, like really fast. Let's keep it on the lower setting here. Asia Air Freight Terminal. Oh, how's that wingtip clearance? Yeah, that's not too bad. Should be fine with those ones then. As long as we're keeping us in the centre line here on the taxiway, we should be fine. Let's keep it at low speed as well. And look at that. One of those firefighter test aircraft. I don't know why it's like. Are those just like a test if you got an MD-11 coming and you got a test, you've got a jumbo jet? It's just a test for everything basically. It's an all-rounder plane that is. Actually, there's one right now. Hello. So yeah, we'll take the right here. Yeah, there is that lamp there anyway on the Lima 1, so I don't know why we had to taxi down this side and not Lima 2. But to be honest, technically our taxi time hasn't really been reduced because it's the same distance of space we're taxiing down, so it's fine. Just the right turn here. Then we'll take that left on Kilo, then an instant right again down Juliet 6 to Kilo 6. What was it? I can't remember. Kilo 4 actually, yes. Kilo 4 to Juliet 6. We'll take that left now. And now we're coming away from the terminal. The lights should be dimming in the BC. Maybe these are just the floodlights that you can see now. Actually, before takeoff checklist is now completed, we've got flaps 20 set. So that checklist page can go away. And something we can really don't need to set it on, really. We can just keep it on the engine page, I guess. Actually, we'll monitor the fuel. We'll keep it on the fuel page. Before we cross this runway, just going to check one thing. There's no aircraft taking off, are there? There is. Is that an A340 600? I think it is. Hello. You were going to rotate, and then you RTO'd. Oh, and you're rotating again. Interesting. Okay, well that's gone. Let's go quickly across the runway, just in case any other AI decide to cross. So let's go and do it quickly. Give it a whack of power. Line up again here. Let's get ourselves crossed. Awesome. Is there any other aircraft taking off or lined up? No, there isn't. It's all good. Awesome. So yeah, let's go and turn up these panel floodlights. Definitely need to be a bit more. Like so. And also get the this up a bit more as well. Lovely. And then we'll take the right down Juliet. We're not turning too fast, are we? Keep it down to about 10 knots for the turns. Awesome. We are literally flying the queen of the skies. Well, we're not flying it yet, but we will be. Ooh. Never try and taxi on the outside view, because you almost missed the turn. Right. Whack in some power. We can taxi pretty fast down this straight. So let's go and do it. About 40% N1 for now. Wasting our fuel. Actually, what's our progress page saying about fuel? Oh, we've got plenty of fuel. About to take the page. Let's get ourselves about to up to like 30 knots or ish. There we go. Or ish. That's not English. Or so. Yeah, we'll just taxi down this at this speed. And Juliet. That's where we were, over there. We were not there, we were here. Cathay Pacific Cargo. I think we were sat right next to that 7-4 actually. Awesome. Oh, here we can see the new terminal. Actually, I don't know if AIG realizes the new terminals in the sim. Or was that for like international flights, like non Asian airlines or something? Like that's where Air France would go, or BA. I'm not too sure on that. Maybe because there aren't any flights right now on the current situation of the world. Maybe that's what. Actually, no, we did see the BA 380 there, didn't we? Maybe they're. Oh, that's another one over there. That's a Swiss. I don't know who parks on that terminal. I just seen the. Oh no, that's the remote stand. Yeah, there's a Virgin, there's a Finnair, there's a Japan Airlines, there's a Swiss. Yeah, I don't know who park at that terminal then. Like I said, I think AIG just doesn't realise that terminal's in the sim. But I don't know how the terminal works with AI, so I'm pretty sure it's just an airport and the AI just park anywhere they want, but I could be wrong on that. Just realised we do have the airport chart. Yeah, I forgot to show you. I almost could have overrun. I could have went down there and realised we've gone past the runway. Luckily I brought this up in time because I was going to forget about that. So yeah, we'll skip this right and we'll take the next right. Was that Juliet 11 or something? Yeah, it was. Nice. Don't need the airport chart anymore anyway, so we'll zoom out. It's about 20 nautical miles range. So down for this turn. Don't want the cargo to come flying out the side of the aircraft. So there we go. Right, there's no other AI around, so we'll go and get the nanny lights on. Taxi light can go off and the strobes can go on. And it shouldn't have any aircraft landing, which I don't see any strobes. We'll get the weather radar on, let's see what we're dealing with. T-gas can go to T... Where's the T-gas? I always lose it in this aircraft figure. T-A-R-A. Yes. Pretty bad. That's all I can say. Here's runway lights, always lit up lovely. Take that right turn. Keep the wipers on for takeoff until we get too fast. We're going to have to turn them off. Otherwise it get ripped off the aircraft. We don't want that happening. Anyway, yeah, this like centre line is a bit mismatched with the lights. Very confusing. Right, we don't need that chart or EFB at all. We'll just turn it off as a waste of display. And I think we are all good to rock and roll. So 50% N1. Once again, time is automatic on this aircraft. Make sure it's all stabilized, which it is. Toga. First ref. Toga. Looking for thrust to be set what it is now. Thrust is set. And airspeed is alive. Awesome. Let's try and get back on that centre line there. Not the light centre line, the actual centre line. There we go, 80 knots. Yeah, it's some bad weather we're flying into. Very bad weather. Should be able to climb out of there pretty fast. V1. And rotate. Hold the nose, make sure the aircraft comes out of the ground. We don't want to go any faster or higher than 10 degrees pitch. There we go, we're off the ground now, so we can start to pitch back a bit more. There we go, possible rate of climb, gear up. Lovely. So already in the bad weather. What I might want to do though is maybe try and filter out, or try and go around this weather. It's really bad. And we need to go and do that right turn now. Stay away from that pink cell. So we'll just go away from the flight directors here. Probably go into the go around traffic if there are any. I don't know if any aircraft are flying in this situation. I don't want to pitch up too high because obviously the winds are going crazy turbulence wise. Just try, keep our heading basically straight for now. We've got a nice opening for now. Let's see if we can climb above this bad weather. We need to get the supplies to Sydney. What's that down there? Something down there. It's like a beach or something. Yeah, I don't want to pitch up too high like I said, guys. We don't want to stall this aircraft. But we do want to climb. I know we're heading for one enormous cell. By the looks of it, it's clearing up to our left, towards the south there. So let's start our left turn now. I think we're fine to start our left turn towards our left. And if we can skip that little pink cell, which you can see in the ND, that'd be fine. By the looks of it, we'll be all clear by then. So let's get back on this flight director and follow that. So yeah, really bad weather. You can see the engine's shaking a lot there. But it'll be all fine once we get above it. Turbulence seems to be a bit calmer. We're at flight at the flaps 10 debug speed there, so we're going to bring the flaps up to 10 now. A bit more stable. Yeah. We're in the clouds though, so you can't really see much light. You can only just about see the runway light over there. You can't tell in the clouds because it's night time. That lightning though. Woohoo! Maybe I should have kept flaps 20. This aircraft is going all over the place. It's a bit scary. Oh, I just realised it's going to be flying to that waypoint. Don't we do that? No, go to that waypoint, go to that waypoint. Aircraft. Took out autopilot for now. Disengage it. Temporarily disengaged. It's not actually clicked off yet, but we just got overriding on it. Oh, now it's gone off. Okay, we'll just fly currently. By the looks of it, we might go through a little bit of green there, but by the looks of it, it'll be fine. Just double click that so it resets the routing. And yeah, we are getting a little too slow here. So there's going to be a lot of stutter or stick shake, whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called. Should be fine. I'm just going to bring this up to about a safe altitude. Well, actually, we'll just put it all the way up to the climb. Cruise P10. Don't want to bring out any more flaps or keep it at this current setting until we're out into the clear. Yeah, we'll execute that. You want to go 230 at Rumsey. And back back to this page. It'll be one hell of an interesting departure, I must say. I mean, we're still not out in the clear yet. Almost there. Out of this crazy thunderstorm. By the looks of it, we can see the stars, so I think we're out of the clouds. It's just not out of the bad weather yet. If I could set the time today, then I'd be sending. Oh, okay. There was lightning there. We'll zoom out a bit more. You see what we're dealing with in the biggest sort of scale of things. If we can skip some routing to get out of some bad weather. Like I said, by the looks of it, we seem to be fine in our routing for now. We're staying away from the random pink cells, but the winds are pushing this pink cell into our route. Maybe, I don't know. As long as we can still climb. I'm going to set flats 5 now. As long as we still climb above this, it should be fine. So there's flaps 5 set. I feel like in this turbulence our engines are getting ripped off, but no, actually if I go to the engine page I can see the N1 vibration is 0.6, but I don't think it counts the turbulence sort of vibration force or whatever it's called. It seems to be in a bit of a smooth flight now. Oh no, I lied. Still a bit crazy. Once again, I know we can almost bring our flaps to 1. I don't want to let the aircraft, you know, get in some really bad weather and we can stall. So, keep flaps 5 for now. Imagine this was a passenger flight. How scared would you be if you were on this flight? How scared would you be? I'd be very scared. Luckily we're in a flight simulator. If something bad happens, then nothing really bad happens. Right. It seems to be clearing up a bit more. We're not climbing because we're currently trying to get to 260 knots, but what I'll do, I'll bring this down to 230. We'll go up to 230 knots, so I'll start climbing. So I'll stay at the 230 knots so we can get above all the bad weather at a slow speed, but at least we'll be above the bad weather. And then once we're above the bad weather, we can begin to climb again. Just resetting this heading to the current heading. We'll also pass Tumba, whatever it's called. Tunner, so we can get to Trout. How cool is this? There's a Trout and Ocean. Very relatable waypoints. I can see a very bright cloud. Or yeah, that's a cloud. Why is that so bright? Is it like reflected by the moon, maybe? So using that cloud, we can see other clouds around. Okay, that's 9,000 feet, so we set standard pressure. And we seem to be in the clear. I say we seem to be. Still a bit slow. We haven't been able to get back up to 330 knots. 230 knots, sorry. Oh no, bit more turbulence, bit more. Apparently Hong Kong has now come out of the thunderstorms and turned into showers, according to Active Sky. Don't know how true that is. It's 10,000 feet, so we get the land lights turned off. There we go. And the logo light. Oh, we'll keep it on for cinematic use. Ooh, that was crazy. That was nice. I love flying in storms. Let's resize that and see how the weather radar is when we're a bit more zoomed out. Yeah, it's not too bad anymore. Like I said, we just need to climb above this and it'll be fine. But we're at a really low speed here. We can't really get any faster because when the turbulence comes along, the aircraft, like, it will bump around and the aircraft will go, oh yeah, I'm at this speed, so we'll climb, and then it will go, oh wait, I'm not at this speed. And it gets very confused. Or it gets very confused. So, like I said, oh, is that the wiper on? We haven't flown too fast for it to wipe off, to go off. I totally forgot about it. We'll be flying at 230 knots, so it's been fine. I think 250 knots or something is the maximum for the wiper. Does it say somewhere? I'm pretty sure there's a limit for the wiper. I mean, it didn't get ripped off. It's still here. I think all the turbulence, we just couldn't hear the wiper sound. Or maybe you could have just filtered it out. Okay. We seem to be a nice flight, so let's go and set that to there. That'll stop the climb for a bit. We'll slow the climb down. Got this turn coming up. There we go. See that once more there. Oh, I didn't realise how quick our step climb was. And there's the flap 1 debug speed, so we'll go bring flaps 1. We're coming across our flap up debug speed, and we'll bring our flaps up. Once again, there's like literally clouds everywhere. You can't really see the ground. There's something over there you can just see through there. Crazy. The weather is crazy. It reminds me of Singapore. Every night is a blowing storm there. Flaps up, and there we have it. Well, I hope you enjoyed the very eventful departure out of Hong Kong. I will see you in the arrival into Singapore, Sydney, sorry. Sydney, Australia. I'll see you in the arrival into there about 8.5 hours time. Well, for me, but only be 3 minutes for you guys, you lucky people. And enjoy the cinematics. Hopefully it'll be a bit more stable in the cruise. Bye bye. Hello guys, welcome back into the descent into Sydney. We are currently passing flight level 3, soon to be 160. It's moaning about standard pressure. That's because we haven't set up our transition level here. Our transition level in Sydney is 110. According to the charts. Talking about charts, let's go over to this EFB here, go to terminal charts, and then we'll go back, and then we'll go Sydney, go to edit clip, and then we will tick off some things. So doing the Maple 3 arrival, and let's go pick out ILS here, and we're doing an ILS approach into runway 07. We also want to go and tick off the sands for the ground charts. So if there's anything else that I might need, I can go search it through here. So we've got the airport one. Parking bays, international, I think that contains the cargo. There's all domestic down there. Domestic. Parking bays and coordinates, parallel runway usage, independent visual approach, blah 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 blah. That's A380, is that Boeing 74? Yeah, there is. So we'll do that. So if we go and click complete, like so, 747-8 taxi routes. Here's what we're doing today. So, we're going to be parking up here on the international cargo stand, so we'll be parking up at the top here. And apparently, well, not apparently, we are landing runway 07, and apparently the only way we can vacate is right at the end, which will be interesting. So we don't have to do much deceleration here for our land today. So we're going to vacate, obviously the first one, to Golf 4, and we'll taxi down Golf, take that right onto Alpha, and taxi down to Alpha to the international cargo. Talking about international cargo, yeah, it does have it on this chart. We'll be parking from either between, I'll say 2 and 5. 2 and 5. And the RLS for runway 07, here it is. We're going to be heading on a 062 degrees track. Obviously this will be inputted by the aircraft automatically, so I don't have to put these in for the RLS, which is nice. And here we go. Decision altitude, or decision height. We're doing the altitude, which is the same as the Barrow reference in the 74, and the Boeing, sorry. So we're going to set 220 into this up here. So we'll click, we'll scroll, sorry. Set 220. I've gone way past that. Let's bring that back. One more notch of 10. There we go. 220 is now set. Also, we can go and get the QNH ready. Currently at Sydney, it's 1033. That's super high. Let's go and set that now, because we're basically about to go past our transition altitude as well. I'm going to set this down to about 3,000. And seatbelts are on, by the way, as well. Okay, 11,000 feet. We'll set that. That's jumped us up a bit, so it's going to try and descend a bit faster again. And we are going to have to set the auto brakes, and, well, not set the auto brakes, we will set the auto brakes, but we need to calculate what auto brake we might be doing. I'm guessing we will be doing a auto brake of like 1, because like I said, we're going to have to vacate at the end of the runway. Anyway, coffee FMC data, it is currently dry. Let's go and fill in all the stats. So current winds is 808 knots. So basically a headwind of 8 knots and 1 knot crosswind. 14 degrees currently at Sydney, and the current QNH is 1033. Rev config, all operational. That's reverses, that is. And our flap config will be landing flaps 30. Air conditioning will be on, and anti-ice will be off. Brakes will be on auto brake 1. It'll give us everything anyway. And there aren't any non-normal things, like the flaps won't be up for our landing today. It's nice to have that sort of thing in the calculation. We get to weight and balance space, read from the aircraft, and we can see our fuel, our weight, sorry, is this 321518. 321518. So that's what, now put it in. Ref add 5, go and click calculate here. Predicted on route field length exceeds the landing distance available, so we can't do an auto brake 1. We have to try an auto brake 2 then. And once again, try 3. Is it just a general thing that it's moaning about? Let's just put max manual, because that is definitely enough. Okay, we're all good here. Did I calculate auto brake 3? Apparently we can't do auto brake 1. I was wrong. Okay. Auto brake 4 it is. Auto brake 4. Wow. Okay. Yeah, the PMDG knows I do the most floatiest of landings, so it really takes the float into account. Right, auto brake 4 is now set. Yeah, we're going to go direct to this Ankub waypoint, which is when we're going to be on the RNS. We're not going to go direct to that waypoint. We are going to go a couple of degrees to the right of that waypoint. I'll go heading like actually, we'll go towards that waypoint to begin with. Once we get a bit closer, like 5 miles away from it, we'll start going parallel with the runway, and then we can turn around once we're at the right altitude, which that we should be at. I'm going to set this back to the init ref page and put in the flaps 30 at 155 plus 5, which should be landing at about 160 knots today. And then with the max auto brake, no, the auto brake of 4, sorry, and then max reverse, obviously. Flight time has just gone past 8 hours now. A little bit of turbulence coming in. I think we're going to the cloud though, aren't we? Yeah. So there was no other bad weather than what we had at Hong Kong. That was terrible. That was really bad. I think not a lot of flights, but I think some flights with small aircraft would have been cancelled for sure. The 747 can hold any sort of thunderstorm, easy. Right. I feel like we're descending really low. I might be wrong there. At anchor, what altitude? Yeah, 3,000. So I did guess it correctly there. Nice. Let's go get our land lights on. We're in the clouds, so yeah, it would be nice so other people can see us. I look like I never turned that off, so now that's off anyway. And we're going to reset this heading to roughly the heading we'll be going at, down to anchor once again. It's about 5 miles away, or maybe 10 miles. I might start turning at 10 miles because we've got to turn, don't we? To take that into account. So yeah, about 10 miles. Basically, when this inner white ring touches the anchor waypoint, we'll go parallel with the runway. In fact, we're going to head the direct parallel heading, which is, go to the airport chart. Look at the 2.5 heading, 242. So if we head 242, then we'll be good. Drag required. We're in the limitations. It's fine. Shouldn't go above 250 knots though. I just realised we need to do the checklist. So recalls checked, nothing there. Notes been checked. Auto brake 4. Landing data VUF is 133.5. Minimum's 220. For HV thing we've done, so that can go like so. Approach is also completed, so that can tick off as well. We can actually arm the speed brake like so, but I don't think we're going to be keeping it armed. I think at some point within our flight we'll need to extend it, but maybe not. Maybe not. If the aircraft doesn't realise it shouldn't do this too much power, please, thank you. Yeah, it's a bit cloudy. You look directly below. Look at that. Look at the sunrise. What is it? It's not really sunrise anymore. It's like the sun is peeping through. Yeah, I had issues with the sim time. I'll go to time and season. And it's just done it. It's just done it. It doesn't want to change its time, like in terms of where the sun position is. Like the time in the sim does continue onwards, which doesn't want to change the time. So I guess it isn't really sunrise. Oh well. Whatever. So we'll continue on our current heading until we get the 10 miles away. Visibility wise, we've got 10 miles of visibility on the ground apparently. Just clouds all the way down to 1800, sorry, so 1,800 feet. The winds are variable though at 6 knots. They're going. What? This is going away from everything that has been said. The winds have changed. The winds have changed. They are very variable. They're going from 290 to 360. How much of a crosswind is that? Let's go and test this out. So show landing, then we'll show ultimate dispatch, show en route. I'll re-put in the new winds to see what the crosswind and tailwinds that we might have. I can't be able to work it out in my head. So a 3 knot tailwind and a 5 knot crosswind. The thing is, oh, did I change that? Is it 242? I don't think I can be asked to go and re-change the runway. We'll leave it. It's not too strong of a tailwind, and we're so fast anyway. And 747, it held up in a storm. It's going to hold up in a tailwind landing. I can see the city, the skyline down there. Sydney. Beautiful. So is this aircraft. Yeah, I never said what livery I was flying at the ground at Hong Kong. You couldn't really see it, what it was exactly, but yeah, the Hong Kong Trader, you might have seen it in the cinematics though. Yeah, Hong Kong Trader. Special livery. So yeah, once we're parallel with this anchored waypoint, then I'll start turning into it. It should be at 3,000 feet as well. Let me go to flight level change. And say 210 knots. like so. It'll slow down initially. It will slow down initially if I can speak, and then it'll just start descending again. It's got in a hold thrust mode, so we can set that to idle. I'll bring out flaps 1 because we'll be flying at that speed around about the flaps 1 speed. So we'll do that. She was just below flaps 1 debug, so we'll go set flaps 5 like that. Watch the, oh, hello textures. Well, not really hello, they're not even out yet. Okay. So, like I said, as soon as we're level, begin that turn. As soon as we're level. I think we're good to turn now. So we're heading about 140. Like I said, we need to take into account, like, we're still going forward a bit. So, over time, I think we might be fine. And we'll go into vertical speed. Oh no, it's found 3000 already anyway. Okay. Get the approach armed. Like so. Oh no, we're not 140. That might be too tight. We'll do 145. 145 will do. Nice. Alright. So that's 3,000 feet. I'll set this heading at 145. That is the correct sort of map I want. I'm going to get the airport data on as well. Just realised, what's the aircraft doing? Is it going to do a right turn to... Is it called the localizer? Is it getting confused because the localizer is armed? LNF? Maybe that'll help? Yeah, that helps. Okay, that's very weird. Let me go and refresh this again. So then it'll do everything natively in its happy ways. If I put VNAV on, what's the speed it wants to go to? 200. We won't be doing that. I'm going to go speed selects here. Don't need the VNAV. Oh, whatever. Yeah, 210 knots. Here we go. Nice. Okay. I don't know why it was turning right. That was very odd. I'll get the localizer armed. I'll get the localizer as soon as possible. Oh, let's get the approach armed. It's like no point having just the localizer armed. I'm just doing the ILS approach, not a localizer approach. And we'll get this heading set to what the runway heading was. I don't know what it was. Let's go check. So yeah, sometimes I go and look at my charts on another computer, but now you get to see what it looks like when I look at it. What is it? What is it? 062. I would have thought the runway might have been called 060. 06, sorry, not 062, but whatever. Anyway, apparently it's just started raining at Sydney. Not nice. Oh well. Let's go. We're kind of about 15 miles from the airport. Once we get to 12 miles, sorry, we want to get down to 180 knots, and then over time we'll slow ourselves down to 160. It says it's raining. I can't see rain, but I guess you can't really see rain like this anyway. IRL, can you? So yeah, that's 13 miles. We'll start to slow down to 180 for 12 miles, like so. There's a bit of turbulence, but there's no... Weather radar isn't picking anything up, which is interesting. Anyway, I mean, it shouldn't be too bad, I say. Anyway, I keep putting this up. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, let's get rid of that. Yeah, let's go bring out some more flaps because it's getting very close to too low of a speed here. We'll bring out flaps 10. Once that's out, flaps 10. The aircraft did slow down quite a lot. I don't know why it slowed down that much. Hopefully it can fix itself. So yeah, the wind's a bit variable, so this is going to be an interesting landing. AI wise, apparently there's not a lot of aircraft, which is weird. Right, turning left now. We should grab the localizer. And basically at the same time, the glide slope, hopefully the glide slope doesn't go through before the localizer. There we go. Localizer, flaps 20. And then there's the glide slope, so down we go. What's the misapproach altitude? Once again, we can go and use our EFB for the ILS. And misapproach is 2000, and we'll be heading at 062 heading. So like that. Lovely. I have runway in sight. It's almost hard to see, but I can just about see it there. We got the nice skyline as well. A beautiful approach.
25
to Sydney. 2500 checked. We won't bring the gear down until about 6 miles ish. And also at 6 miles, we'll slow ourselves down to our final approach speed of 160. Right, let's go past our 2000 feet approach. Missed approach, sorry. I'll zoom in here as well. And there you go, you can now got the Sydney weather on. I thought it said Sydney like airport is showing, but it says Sydney weather on. I don't know what that means. No idea. I won't zoom in too much because I want to get perspective of the runway is. I guess I can just look outside, but yeah. 6 miles, get down. And it says that's down to 160. At the same time, once their gear is down, we're going to set max flaps as well. If I do it before the gear's down, it's going to start moaning at me. So just wait for that. Land 3, we're not going to do also land. They're going to get down maximum flaps. There we are. There's the aircraft. Beautiful. Let's get that. Right, 160 knots, flaps 30. Checklist is complete. Get rid of that. Autopilot disconnect. My aircraft. Well, I should check the landing and everything. The landing lights are on. Yeah, that's all good then. The checklist double checked everything else with us. So yeah, a bit of a tailwind here, but it shouldn't be too bad. Try to adjust this trim. At the same time, I'm going to trim down a bit too much there, so trim it back up again. At the same time, just fighting it with the yoke. The winds are variable though, so do not want any last minute changes of wind that can cause us to smash in the ground. Is that an air? How do I change the aircraft on approach? Alright, welcome back. Apparently AI companion, you can set it to delete in any aircraft, so I just pause the sim for a bit and then do to the aircraft.
Approaching minimums.
So we're all good now. It's gone.
Minimum.
At least it's doing the right takeoff runway. Minimums, continue. Actually, would you take off in this runway? You need to go a bit further down. That
100.
aircraft kind of messed me up a bit.
50. 30. 20. 10.
Shut a bit. There we are. Nice touchdown. Nice solid touchdown for this short runway. We are flying using cargo today, so I do want to sit down as quickly as possible and get on the ground as quickly as possible. It's a bit hard, minus 300 feet per minute though, not too bad. Oh, there's the rain. Go manual brake here. Just the reassurance is nice. Woohoo! Lovely. I think we just about made it. Are we allowed to go to the far end exit? I think we were. I don't know. We'll find out if it moans at us. Well, it's not going to moan at us. Yeah. Oh yeah, this was the one we wanted to vacate. Well, we wanted to vacate the one just behind it, but it's fine. We can vacate off this one. Land lights can go off. Tax light on. Strobe can go off. Weather radar can go off, and we can zoom in a bit more. Use it for our taxi, and we can get the wipers back on. Both airports had rain on our flight today. Yeah, auto brakes, yeah. That was a very interesting landing. Good thing I didn't float it. If I floated it, I don't think this video would be a video, because we would most have definitely have overrun that runway. Right. Let's vacate here, and we can get TGAS to stand by that as well. Awesome. Yeah, we managed just to get there in time. There's only, what? There's only 2 aircraft in the sim. I would have thought there would be more. Actually, there's only 1 aircraft now. Oh, there's 2 now. AI companions giving me different things. They're all in the air. There's no aircraft at Sydney on the ground. Oh, yeah, I can't reset that barrier reference, can I? Let's go and turn off the flight director. And we'll clean it up there as well. Go to the checklist page. I can go sit on the shutdown page. Ready for our shutdown. We can get the APs powered up as well. And we'll continue our taxi onwards. So yeah, we need to cross this runway at... Well, it's not really at anywhere, it's just at the runway. But once we cross it, we'll hit the first right onto Alpha, and that'll take us to our cargo stands. In fact, about cargo stands, let's go and get one. So it's gate, I think it's just any gate, and then it's maybe it's under F. They aren't there. So it's not Bravo. Delta is domestic. Echo and Foxtrot is parking. Ah, ramp cargo. Here we go. Yeah. Let's go 3. And I don't know what VBH is. Only one I know is doesn't matter. Or DNA TA. How are they meant to pronounce that? Yeah, I think that's the one. I see GSX over there. I think I can. Yep. Awesome. We got the right place. Good. So, because of there's like no aircraft, I think we're fine to, well, there's only 2, but they're both in the air. 12,000 feet or so, according to AI Companion. Oh, no, not 18,000, or whatever I said it is. They're both at 37,000 feet. And they're both flying to Sydney. Alright, so yeah, we don't have to worry about crossing this runway, even though in real life, you would get ATC telling you when to cross, but you should also just double check for yourself. There's no random car or plane that hasn't been told by ATC not to do anything. So it's fine. We crossed the runway. Okay. Slow ourselves down here. Let's keep ourselves in the centre of the taxiway as well. Down to 10 knots. Like so. Slow ourselves down. Make sure we are lined up with the right here, and we'll go full right, and turn we go. Onto Alpha. Maybe not full right, I mean a bit too, that was too aggressive, but whatever. There we go, lovely. And bring in the powered again. Nice. Get us moving. No point slowly accelerating, might as well get up to speed. Awesome. Well, how are the tyres doing actually? Let's set idle for now. I don't want to continue accelerating. Ah, yeah, where's the gear? Here we go. They're not too hot. Rough, sitting around about 200 degrees, so it's not too bad. Go back to the gear view. Not gear. Check this page. And we can taxi down this part of the taxiway, yeah we can, nice. So, what does that say there? Does that say Cathay Cargo? No, that says Toll. Oh, I think we picked the right service. DNATA. Right, a smooth turn. And that's Qantas Freight. I think it's only Qantas Freight, but oh wow, this part's at this terminal, so on this cargo stand. I think most or all aircraft will park here anyway, so it's fine. You zoom in on the way, you can see where stand 3 is there. So there's 4, and 3 should just be after it. 1 to 3 go down there, but we're going to go up to 3, which is PR. 1 is very remote. We're in a little space. Right, lights can go off. And we go into stand number 3. By the looks of it, if you park on stand 3 Alpha, you don't get a pushback, you just turn left off. I'm guessing it's a small cargo plane. There's nothing to help us in. We've got no safe dock. I'm assuming IRL, that'll be a guy to help you win. 747 parks there, but I don't know if it's, I think it might be the 400. We'll just go up to here. We'll go up to 777-300. Make our way all the way up to the end. I think that might be a GSX dude inside the terminal. We don't need the wiper anymore either. Well, that's not the wiper. That is turning on anti-ice. Almost overrun. We'll set the parking brake AP generator 1 only, and then we'll get off the engines. Like so. There we go. Flight time was 8 hours and 15 minutes. 10 minutes faster than expected. Block time was 8 hours and 37 minutes. Lovely. Go to the FS actions here, ground connections, set the wheel chocks, set the ground power, and we'll release the brakes. Nice, they can start to cool down now. We can go and request deboarding. Hydraulic panel needs to be set to all off. Then we can set the fuel pumps to all off, and the crossfits can reopen for the next flight. And then parking brakes not needed. There we go. Nice. And waiting for the action. I did though. I thought I didn't request it. Whatever. Open MG1. Open side, nose, forward and aft cargo door. And we go to the ground services and request the nose cargo. Like so. I'll never put that back to idle, but that's fine. There we go. Nice. I go back to the ground connections page. We can request air conditioning. And then we can go over to external power 1, and then AP can turn off. And then we don't need the packs when we're on the external power, so that can go off. We can now go off, and the seatbelts as well can go off. IRSs, let's go and turn those off. Like so. Now, what else? Emergency lights, yes. There we go. Off, off, and we have secured the aircraft. Let's go and reset our dials as well for the next flight, so the next captain doesn't come back to an aircraft that's nice and messy. We'll reset it to how they like it, I guess. So that's the airport map as well. That can go, and there we have it. That go back to the menu, and menu. Wow. Welcome to Sydney in Australia. Landing was a bit firm, but do not worry. I know those flight sims out there and just moan at anything above minus 200 feet per minute. Guys, minus 300 is fine. But yeah, minus 319 to be exact was the landing rate. And to be fair, I'm happy it was that hard. I know we did kind of come in a little high. I did try to correct it by coming in a bit too steep. Should probably, if we didn't go too high, because of the AI on the runway, it would have been smoother, but I couldn't guarantee like a no floater landing. So yeah, I'm pleased that it was that hard, because I don't want to float, because as you just see, we almost ran out of runway, but we didn't. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed our flight from Hong Kong to Sydney. And I was about to end off the video, but I want to see the people coming out the stairs here. There they are. Look at that. It's different to how the passenger people work. It's literally like they got safety vests on and everything. It's awesome. Anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I will see you in the next one. I don't know what it'll be. I can't guarantee not the 747. I'm loving it. I really am. The 747-8. The 400 has kind of put me off the 747, but the 747-8. I just love it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, and bye bye for now.